Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Miss Mary's late night show. I invited some guests. Tom, as always, he likes it. If you'd like to join, you're more than welcome to do so. But today we are diving into the topic that every traders think that they understand until the market exposes them. So we're talking about. Have you guys heard about Randy Howell? The books that one of his famous book, The Trader's State of Mind. I highly suggest each and every one of you traders to read about it. Every Wednesday late night show is actually my psychology of trading. Let's go ahead and put in Tom. Hello, Tom.
Hello, my friend.
So I know I did not give you an overview of what we're going to talk about. I think you need to. There's an echo on your end, Tom.
Yeah, hold on. Let me put my headphones on. It only happens with this thing. It's weird. Give me a second.
Do you have your YouTube on?
No.
No. Okay. Let's see if that's better. Oh, it is better, Tom. Good job.
I haven't done anything yet.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm still hearing my echo
Yeah,
again.
hold on. Let me. All right, how's that?
A lot better.
It's still doing it. Hold on.
Yeah,
It's
I
still
actually
not
could
hitting
hear
the
a
right.
little bit, but it's a lot better than before. But let me give you an overview today. What we're going to discuss is the book called Trader's State of Mind by Randy Howell. This is another psychology of trading psychology book for each trader should read. We're just going to go over a summary of each chapter. We'll talk about it, give some feedback about it. I read this book a long time ago, so it's going to be a refresh memories for me as well. But I think the current conditions of the market right now is hearing echo. Okay, I think that sounds better. The current
Nope.
situation of the
I'm
stock
off my
market.
speaker.
Well, let me know when you could be able to hear me better. So I apologize for having technical difficulties. So we're going to talk
I
about
hear
the
you
trader's
great.
state of mind. Can you hear me now?
I hear you great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you better. Actually, there's less no
Okay.
echo. So just like I said earlier, we're going to talk and discuss about the trader's state of mind. Have you heard about the book by Randy Howell, Tom?
I have heard. I have not finished my Mark Roberts one yet, so
No
I've got that
worries,
on
no
my
worries.
list.
This is we'll go ahead and talk about
Mary's giving homework.
yeah, but you must have known this because pretty much everybody heard about, the mental, the emotional, the psychological foundations that separates consistent traders from the one who keeps blowing up accounts, which I was one of them, quitting, restarting, repeating the same cycle over and over again. So here's the truth though. We all know that most traders don't lose because of the bad strategies, right? They're not. We don't lose because of the bad strategies. We lose because of the mind that we bring to the strategy. You know, the market is not your enemy. You know that, Tom. The market has no emotion. You know that the market is a mirror, right? A mirror of your own belief, the mirror of your
Yep.
own emotion, the mirror of your own discipline, your impatience, the lack of discipline. I've been there. And trust me, I've been working on it still. There's days that I break my rules. Once I know I break my rules, that's it, I'm screwed. The moment that I break my rules, that's when my hopium comes in and I have to stop. I said, stop. This is not strategy. This is emotion. So the market reflects our fears, your impulses, your egos, your impatience, your lack of discipline. It actually shows who you are as a person. It's a mirror. I don't know if you agree with that, Tom, but that's what all the psychology of trading's been teaching me. And I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's been teaching you, and it's been teaching each and every one of us. So today we're going to break all of that down. We're going to talk about fear, greed, FOMO, revenge trading, overconfidence, and that deep belief that sabotage every traders without them even realizing it. So we have 1 hour. By the end of this hour, hopefully, we will understand why trading is not a game of prediction. It's actually a game of emotional mastery. It is emotional mastery, right? Somebody says, oh, this is what other people predict, that the SPY is going to go down 20% or 5%. No, we cannot predict the future, man. I'm telling you, it's we have to trade what the market gives to us. Like our predictions for AMD, what? Mostly analysis said great things about it. They beat earnings, beat expectations. But guess what? Everybody thinks it's going to do well, but here comes the AI chip store. I'm so sorry. What is that word? Not enough chip for AMD. Shortage.
Mm,
There you go. Shortage. AI chip
yeah.
shortage, right? What happened? AMD tank, right? So we cannot predict the future, guys. We really cannot predict the future. So, chapter number 1, why psychology matters more than strategy. So, let's start with that simple question, Tom. If trading success were all about strategy, why do so many of us fail, even if we use the same indicators that you use, the same setups, and the same entries? What is your answer for that? What would you think that most traders fail, even though we have the same chart? We have the same indicators, we have the same setup. I'm live trading with you, but others made more money than the other. And some people did not jump in. What is your one reason for that?
Emotion.
Emotion.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's not your strategy. It doesn't test your strategy because the strategy is black and white. It's actually given to you guys. When I live trading with you, I said this is an early entry. You could either enter here if you're an aggressive trader, which is you should know by now what kind of trader are you. If you've been trading this for years, you don't know what kind of trader are you. Are you a person who likes to take risk, which is either good or bad, or are you a conservative one? But it doesn't test your strategy, guys. I mean, it doesn't yeah, you're right. It doesn't test your strategy. It actually tests your ability to execute that strategy under emotional pressure. I'm not here to preach that I'm a perfect trader. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not even close to that. But I just want to share you guys what I've learned from these books, and it's actually helping me overcome my emotion, my stress, my anxiety, my greed, my overconfidence. And sometimes I have to humble myself and I have to reread this book, and I would like to share it with you guys. So, you know, Tom talk about sometimes that lizard brain, right? Because we are wired we're wired for survival, not for trading. Back in the day, the cavemen, what is their first thing that they think if their survival? We are wired for
Yep.
survival, not for trading. So your brain actually hates what? Uncertainty. Our brain hates losing. Our brain hates being wrong. Our brain doesn't even know what's reality or dream or fantasy because the market is built with uncertainty. Loses is definitely guaranteed, you know,
Yep.
and being wrong is part of the game. So what happened? When your survival brain kicks in, I mean, your amygdala fires in. You start reacting emotional instead of logical. I remember Tom texted me in the middle of the night, said, Mary, I need to work on my emotion. I need to stop this.
Mm,
What
yeah.
did you do there? You notice your mistakes there. So that's good.
Yeah.
The good thing about that, Tom, is you get to call me. Who am I gonna call? I have nobody. I just like suck it up and you're like, you know what? I could do this. Those days that I'm like emotionally stressed about trading as well. Like, oh my goodness, especially that day that we did horrible on our first live trading. Not it wasn't the first. It was like maybe a couple weeks ago. I got distracted and that was really it brought a little bit heavy on my shoulder that day. I was not a happy camper on that day, just to let you know. I
Yep.
actually, that was too emotional for me. And losing, just like your brain hates losing. And it's not that I'm too competitive. It's just I felt like I failed you guys because of my emotional. I got easily distracted that day, you know. So what do? We caught winners too early. But also taking profit early is if it's not part of your strategy, that doesn't mean that you're cutting it too early, you know. Tom is a famous turtle trader. He is that Dennis Richards, what do you call that? Protege, or what do you call yourself, Tom?
Protege,
Yep.
protege, yeah,
Yep. Because
yeah.
he takes 5%, 3%, and he continuously do it. That's good. That's incredible. But
I
that's
did that exact thing today on RKLX. I caught RKLX at the right time, and I mean, it flew. I was at 5%, and I was like, I got kicked at five. I was happy. It went
mm-hmm.
up another 60 cents. Did I cry about it? No.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Actually, you did
Nope.
great because actually I thought that RKLX was gonna go down more in the 32, so I did not even enter. I didn't even bother, entering. And I'm like, this thing is gonna get to 32, to then 29, but it didn't. It rejected that 34 and went up to what, 39 or 40, something like that.
Yeah, it went up. It went up really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you did very good in that. I did SOXL. It's a bit scary on the SOXL,
Yeah.
but I have reasons why though. If you master the trend lines, it was actually right on the axis of a trend lines. It was right on the 50 MAs, and it was a key level of support where it was resistance before resistance and now becomes a support. So there's more like a bullish bias on my end than the bearish bias. I took a risk. That was a very risky trade, and my take profit is actually 57. It's close to 56. So I'm either gonna take profit tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
pre-morning market. I'm done. I'm done for that
Yeah.
trade. So that was a
It's
good
it's
one.
it's it's funny. So Soxel, like, so psychology of trading, right?
Yeah.
You can have the best setups. Like, I got in Soxel earlier, because I charted it last night, and I said, hey, it's going to have a pullback. It's going to touch this. If it reclaims the nine after that first 15 minutes, I'm in. And it did, and I got in, and it started running up, and then everything hit. Everything was lined up. Like, we had volume. We had it reclaimed nine. It reclaimed VWAP. The nine crossed the 20. Everything lined up exactly as I thought it would. Took the trade. What happened like 4 minutes later with the whole market? The whole market just dropped off the face of the earth, right? Everything just dropped. So you got to say to yourself, "Oh, did I mess up?" No, your trade setup was fine. The trade setup was fine, but you can't control the market. And so then
Yeah.
what I did was, you've got to look at it and go, "Okay, now what do I do?" And then I charted it again and looked at it and said, "Hey, if this bounces here, and then it actually was where I think you picked it up, Mary, when it hit the 50. I said, if it reclaims the nine, start nibbling back your DCA. If it reclaims the 20, get a little more. If the nine crosses the 20, it's a full confirmation. What did it do? It did all of that.
Yeah.
But if you get upset at the market, if you get upset and start throwing things at your screen, you can't think rational. And I used to be that person. My wife will tell you. I'm surprised I
Ooh.
haven't bought multiple screens over the past couple of years.
Ooh. We beat ourselves too. The market doesn't care about us. The market doesn't
Nope.
care about our emotion.
Nope.
And the good thing about what you did, Tom, is you did not hold that loser too long. That's good. You
No.
did great on that because you know what? Sometimes it's kind of hard to admit that we're wrong, so we hold on to that losses. We hold on
Yeah.
that hoping this thing is gonna go reverse and go to our favors.
Well, and the
So
other thing too is the other thing too is you got to look at history, right? Mary, you're a great one. I always say this, right? What's the term you talk about? Looking at the charts for history, it's not going to tell you.
your history is your teacher, is not a fortune teller.
There you go, there you go. And I
Yeah.
looked at the history of Soxel, and I say every time Soxel kind of has takes that long slide down, it bounces and it comes back up, and it has big moves, just like RKLX, QBTX. So you go with that, right? And it helps calm yourself when you have um, facts on your side versus emotions.
Yeah, yeah. And we could talk all these emotions in the world, but it's easier said than done, Tom. I've
Yeah.
been there. I really been there. Sometimes I do it too. I caught myself doing it. I revenge trade because I feel like, oh, I'm missing out. And then at the same time, you know what? I have a rules now. If I miss, if but my limit sell doesn't or limit order doesn't kick in twice, the third one I'm not gonna trade anymore. I'm like, you know what? It is
Yeah,
what it is, because
yeah,
none of this has nothing to do with the charts. It's all psychology. It's all about me, you know.
yep,
So I mean, I'm going to continue to preach about psychology of trading until we get into it, until we get better. Even a slight 5% in being better in 1 year, it's better than no improvement, right?
right, right.
Yeah. If
And
I'm better
everybody,
5% today than tomorrow, that's awesome. You
I,
know.
I don't know who talks. I hear this repeated a lot when I watch positive thinking things, and you know a lot. So I've been posting a positive message right before we even start the trading day every day. And one of the things that always comes up is about you don't have to be 20%, 15%, 10% better than you were yesterday. You just have to be better. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the increment is. Just be better. And
Yeah.
if you weren't, go figure out why. Right?
Yeah. I want to be a better person tomorrow than
Yep.
today. Even that 1%. You know.
Yeah.
But it's hard, right? It's hard. And
It
because
is hard.
what our past future our past life experience just haunts us every day. Just haunts us
Yep.
every day. All right, chapter 2. What are the four emotional that triggers that destroys every trader's trade? Number 1, fear of loss. The
Yeah.
most famous one. This is the big one, right? Fear of loss. This is the one that you make you hesitate. This is the one that doubts your setup. This is the one that you exit too early. This is the one that make you avoid taking that valid trade. Although it's right in front of you, it's telling you this is it, this is it. Just go ahead and take that trade. But we hesitate. We hesitate because we were been scarred and because of the fear of losing. It's not even about the money because you got the money. It's all about your identity. It's all about your losing. What it's losing means to you that you're so afraid of. You could do it again. It's okay, right? It's okay. You know, we get scarred once. It's fine. We could do it again. We try it again. We try and try and try. You know, I don't believe on try and try again until, what is that? Try and try until you become, what is that? Try and try until you succeed, something like that, right?
Mm.
But oh, practice. There you go. Practice makes it perfect. Actually, I don't believe on that. Practice makes you less mistakes. So practice makes you less mistake. Tom is actually freezing. I apologize. He'll go back with us. So practice makes you perfect, but practice makes you less mistakes. Thank you, Tom. You were actually freezing for a moment there.
Yeah. I got kicked out. I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah. And so number 2 is that famous FOMO, fear of missing out. We all been there.
Yeah.
This is the emotional tornado that pulls every traders into terrible entries. You see a candle running and your brain screams, get in, don't get in now. Oh, you'll miss it, get in. And what do? You jump in late with no plan. And what happened? The market punishes you. That FOMO. I remember the first time I hear FOMO, I think I heard it from Uncle Larry, Larry
Mm.
Jones. I heard it from him. FOMO. I'm like, what is FOMO? And then that fear
Yeah.
of missing out. I'm like, oh, I was one of them. At that moment, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's me. I think we experienced all of that FOMO, right? Like Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not just in trading too, right?
Yeah.
There's always a fear. There's always a fear that we're missing out on stuff.
We fear of missing out. Why? Because we hear
Yep.
others
Yeah.
making 100%, making 50%, 30%, and what am I getting? Nada.
Yeah.
Next, the third one is that famous one, revenge trading. My rules for that is 2 losses, I'm done. I believe Tom is the same thing. 2 losses, you're done. We don't revenge trading, right? Because revenge trading is what? That is your emotional response to what? To your pain. You take a loss. Instead of stepping back, what do? Let's try to get back in.
Yeah.
And this is where what happened to your account. That's when it gets toasted, roasted, die. I hate revenge trading. Sometimes I do it too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could do it better. I'm like, I'm one of the guilty one too sometimes. And then
So
when
I've actually overcome the revenge trading. My problem is the winning streak trading, right? Oh,
overconfidence,
yeah, I got two, I got three. I'm like, so, my small Weevil account, um, I hit my number for the day and I should just, what should I do?
let it go.
Let it close my laptop, move away, get back, go, right? Close that laptop and move away. So 2 out of 3 days I did that this week. I got my wins early, didn't look back. Yesterday I got my win early and I said, ooh, one more trade. And guess what that one more trade did?
I'm
Took away my
laughing.
winnings for the day. Took away my
I'm
winnings for the day.
I'm laughing because I did the same thing, Tom.
Yep, yep,
That's the overconfidence. That's the fourth one, Tom. That's overconfidence after the wins.
yep.
I've been so good on that Weibo account. It's a very small Weibo account too. It's like $2,000 only. Because I've been practicing with that. I just want to I want to be better on Weibo so I could put more money. But I still suck at it. But I'm getting there.
I
Um,
love it.
I
Not to
love
get
it
off
too. I
track,
love it. But what happened was, oh, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. And that overconfidence cost me, oh my God, cost me like $600.
mm,
Oh, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done.
yeah,
That was the overconfidence, guys, after a win. I'm like, I could do this. Weibo help me. And then that overconfidence, this is the sneaky one, right? You win a few trades and suddenly you feel invincible. I felt invincible.
yep,
I'm like, no, I'm gonna increase my
yep.
position size. I'm gonna break my rules. I'm gonna do this. I've been winning streak, and there, boom, market humbles me. And I'm like,
Every time.
what did I just do? I just do this. Ah, whatever. I'm done. You know. So, because sometimes we think like we're smarter than the market, and that's what happened to me. The market just humbles me. So these are your four emotional states: your fear, your
Hey,
FOMO, your revenge, and your overconfidence. These are your silent killer of your account. Silent
by the
killer.
way, Money Mike is on here, and he said you love Weeble.
I love Weeble. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, Mike is the one who gave me a free coaching with that. Hey, Mike, I always advertise you. I told him, hey, Mike is the connoisseur of Weeble. Go ahead and get a coaching with Mike.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
I still got to watch the video you sent me, Mike. It's on my list of things to do, buddy.
yeah. Chapter 3, the belief systems that shape trading behavior. Now let's go deeper. This is because emotions don't come from nowhere, right? It comes from what? From our belief, which is often what? Unconscious. So, what are those common beliefs that we have? I must be right.
Mm,
Losing means I'm a failure. It's not true. Losing
yeah,
means you're not a failure. It's part of it. It means that what? Your trade did not go to your favor, but you know what? You got it out. Cut it out. And this is why everybody believe I need to make money fast. So what do? They trade options without any strategies. That's a bad way of thinking. I thought
yeah,
of that too before. I'm like, I need to make money. Took out money from the savings without knowing anything, and boom, went to zero. That was
yeah.
like a really, really hard one.
And, and it's hard to accept the loss, guys. It is, right?
It
But
is.
here's the thing: successful traders, like professionals, 60% wins, right? Max. Like you're not gonna be 100% winner. There's no way. So if you're breaking 55 to 60%, man, that is great. You've got to learn to take the losers. But the thing is, most of us don't want to admit we're losing. So what do? We let those losers run and
Yep.
run and run, and then it wipes out one loser wipes out your four wins. You should
Yeah,
have been 4 out of 5. You should have been
that's
four out
right.
of five, 3 out of 5. But no,
Yeah.
we take those losses so deep, and they crush everything else. And we've all been guilty of it.
Yep. Yep. Where's the other one? I can't handle uncertainty, so I cut it out.
Yeah,
Oh, I missed a move. I'm stupid. I don't like it when people said, "Oh, I'm so stupid." No, 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 no. You're not stupid. Okay? And please stop saying negative things about yourself because why? Your mind hears you. Whatever comes out of your mouth, your mind listens and it believes that you are. So don't
Yeah.
ever talk bad about yourself. Don't say I'm tired. I know you guys, I told you about running, right? In my marathon, nobody complains about I'm tired. Nobody complains about their pain. As long as it's bearable, nobody complains. Me and my partner, my friend, we run the marathon. We don't complain about pain. So that goes for you guys. Don't ever say negative
Yeah.
things about yourself. Your mind is listening. You could hear whatever your mouth believes, your mind believes.
Yeah.
So what is Henry Ford said? I think it was Henry Ford said, whatever you can or whatever you cannot, you're right.
Yeah.
Right? I think that was
When
Henry
you
Ford, right,
see,
Tom?
yeah, yeah, but it's whatever you say, right? If you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you can't. You're right both times.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Tom, you're freezing again. And I'm a strong believer on that. That whatever I can or I cannot, I'm right. I mean, you're right. I'm gonna give you guys again my past history. It's because it's true. When somebody tells me I cannot do it, I know I cannot do it, but I'm gonna prove that person that I can do it. Even if I know it's gonna take me forever or I have to risk so much or I know it's going to be hard, but I'm just gonna prove that person that he's wrong. My mother told me when I was young. I was very young when I moved in with my husband. I was just 22 years old. She kicked me out. Asian people, man, Asian people, I'm telling you, it's so brutal. So it's only one way street for Asian people. I mean, I'm speaking about my mother. So she told me, she kicked me out. I was in college. I was in Baruch College. And she said, "Oh, I'm going to give you 2 months to get out of my house. You're not bringing anything. Whatever I pay for you, you cannot bring anything." So obviously, I did not bring anything. I gave her everything. I have very high ego. I gave him all the calculator, the books, everything. And I only have one bag of clothes that I bought for myself. It was my own money because I used to go to work when I was in college. She said, "Oh," she told my sister, "Oh, don't worry, she'll come back after 2 weeks." My intention was not to leave my house forever, but since my mother said I will come back after 2 weeks, and I was just 22, and I promised myself, I am not coming back. I just want to prove you're wrong. So whatever you can or you cannot, you are right. And I just proved my mom that no, mom, you are wrong. Although deep inside of me, I'm like so lost. What am I gonna do at 22-year-old? Right? I never came back from my mom ever since. But just to prove people that you are right, you could do it. Okay? But sometimes don't have that too much ego and pride as well because it's not really good. You just have to balance. Tommy, you're freezing. Okay. The second one is I need to control the outcome. No, we cannot control the outcome, right? The market doesn't control you. The market is always right. It's always right. It always tells us where the market is going. All the fundamentals, all the technicals. Yes, the fundamentals invalidate your technicals, but the market is always right. We cannot control the outcome. So these are the common belief that shapes our behavior more than our strategy. So if you believe that you must be right, what do? You hold on your losses, your losers. You hold on
Yep.
to your losers. Can you hear me, Tom? If you
I
believe your
can. Can you hear
losing
me?
is a failure, I could hear you, but we cannot see you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That's okay. You could try again one more time if you want, because your camera is off. So if
Yeah.
you believe you must be right, what do, Tom? We hold on to our losers, right? If you believe losing is a failure, what do? You avoid taking risks. You avoid taking the trades.
I'm sorry, I missed the question. Not rebooting,
No,
but
so I said, if you believe you must be right, what do? You hold on to our losers. If you believe your
yeah.
losing is a failure, what do? You avoid taking trades. A lot of us like that, you know? We always hesitate. We avoid taking a good quality A plus setup trades, and then we miss it. So if you believe you need to make money fast, what do? You over leverage. You believe
Yeah.
whatever
We
you
take.
believe, it's your right. But you just have to make sure you believe something right, not something with your emotion, not something with uncertainty. Because if you cannot handle uncertainty, what are you going to do? You're going to keep panicking. You're going to keep
Yep.
panicking. The market exposes these beliefs, guys. And what does it do to us? It forces us to confront them. Until you change your, I'm sorry, I have something in my eyes. Until you change them, it will continue to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. It will continue to do it over and over again until you change it. And remember,
So
go ahead, Tom.
I was gonna say it's kind of like God, right? My wife and I, we've been together. It'll be 30 years in April altogether, right? And
Congratulations.
yeah, it's great. So we go back a while, and it's funny because I always say, you know, she'd be like, God's trying to teach you a lesson. I said, He's taught me this lesson before. Why is He trying to teach me again? And she'll tell me, because you didn't learn it right the first time.
That's right. You're right. But remember, whatever you're choosing, whatever you're not changing is your choosing.
Yeah,
Whatever you're not changing is your choosing. If you're always going to be afraid not to jump into a good quality trade setup, you're choosing that. You're choosing that path that you don't want to take it because you're afraid. It's
yeah,
okay to be afraid, guys. It's okay. It's our defense mechanism. But life is a paradox. When you're afraid, that's when you jump in, you
yep.
know. Otherwise, we're always going to miss that opportunity. Next, what is a trader's state of mind? What is really a trader's state of mind? What is your trader's state of mind, Tom, as a trader? What is a trader's state of mind for you? Well, everybody think like, being a trader and having that great, like mindset. It doesn't mean that you're emotionless. Do you see Josh? Josh is not emotionless. He's a
No,
great trader. Josh, this is what he does for a living. He's an expert. He's the connoisseur of trading. Is he
yeah,
emotionless? He's not a robot.
no.
No.
And for me, the mindset, and again, I'm not the expert of it because I can be a very emotional person. Setting rules to your trade plan will help eliminate that emotion and actually get you in a better mindset, because when your rules become automatic, you take emotion out of it,
Yeah.
and then your mindset becomes so much more stable, because hey, if if I take a position, you guys have seen me all the time. I'm talking about these leverage ETFs I like to play. I as soon as I take them, I look at where I want to set a stop loss, and I'm actually setting stop loss. I'm going, hey, if it drops here and I lose 50, $60, that's okay. I'll get back in when it comes back. My trade broke down, whatever, I'll live with it. When you start setting rules, you start removing that emotion, and your mindset will become a lot more calmer, and you won't feel like, oh my God, I'm going to throw up every trade I'm in.
You know, it's really hard to be a trader. It's
Hmm.
really hard. It mirrors what's inside of us. Being a trader, if we need to be able to feel that fear without acting on it. Yes, it's easier said than done, right? But we need to overcome that fear and just take that trade. It's also being that able to feel excited, but at the same time, we're not chasing the trade.
Yep.
It's also, we could be frustrated. We're human being, for crying out loud. But just don't overtrade or revenge trade. Just have a calm presence. We have to have, according to this book, he said we have to have a 5 pillars, right? We have to have a 5 pillars to have this trader state of mind. Number one, that's your calm presence. You have to be grounded. You have to be centered. You don't react too fast. The second one is how we think. Understand that no single trade matters. You think in distributions, not an outcome. The third pillar is detachment from the results. What does that mean? You really detach yourself from your profit, from your losses, from your money. You have to focus on your execution, on your strategy. When we trade, sometimes it's not going to go to our favor, but if it gives us at least 10, 15%, and then our trading our take profit level is getting close to it, I think that's still a win-win, guys. I know other people will say then you're taking too early. But when the market just opened during that 15 minutes, it's a very volatile time period. So
Yeah.
my strategy there is don't wait for that level number one or two to hit. If you're okay with 15, 20% when the market opens, that will be your first profit. And it just feels so good to have your first winning of the morning. And
Yeah.
that is my thought on that. When the market opens, yes, others said that don't take that 15 minutes, but most of the times it gives me an opportunity to enter. It just gives me confidence. But I don't care how much money I make on that. It's just that, yes, I made one good play. 15, 20%, I'm okay. You know, and then sometimes we judge ourselves on the process, but not on the profit, right? We have to say, okay, did we execute this correctly? Did we follow our rules? But what if you lost that day? The market opens, you lost. But minimal loss is okay. Because
Yeah. Go
while
back
you
to your
have to
rules.
detach
Yeah.
yourself from the results, yes, you're right, Tom. It's part of your rules, right?
Yep.
The fourth pillar is acceptance of the uncertainty. You have to stop trying to predict. A lot of people in the Discord say, "Oh, what is your prediction?" I don't know what's my prediction in this. I'm gonna go see what the market's gonna give me tomorrow.
Right.
I'm not a fortune teller, you know. I am really not. Nobody has
Mm.
the answer for tomorrow. Nobody can predict the future. Why do you think all technicals gives the upside move and the downside move? Why do I give you guys a bullish scenario and a bearish scenario and a possible stop loss? Because nobody knows the future. Nobody
Right.
knows what the market will do, you know. So we need to learn to manage that risk. We need to learn to stop predicting. You know, it's all probability, right? The last pillar is your discipline as a habit. So you don't rely on that willpower. You don't rely on that hopium. We
Right.
rely on a what? On our strategy, our systems, our structures, our routines. This goes for everyday life as well. We have to have a discipline as a habit, as a person as well. We have to have a good habits. Because why? We have to be consistent. Those habits are consistency. And guess what? Those consistency are actually boring. And progress is boring and progress is silent. But when you get to your goal and your dreams and you achieve them, it becomes so loud that even the next world can hear you,
Mhm.
right? Because it's the truth. You know, consistency, those are boring move. And you know what's loud, Tom? It's your fear.
Yeah.
Your fear. Why? Because we react to it. We get angry. It's so loud that even the neighbor in the next world could hear it too. So, discipline as a habit. It goes in our life. You know, you have a habit. Tom has a habit. He goes to work out, he pray to God, spend time with his wife. Those are good habits. I do the same thing. Wake up in the morning, pray, run. Well, first take my son to school, run, clean my pool at the back, pick up the sweep the leaves, clean the house, take a shower, prepare my chart for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, first do my bed. Because remember, there's a book, I forgot this general's name. The first thing in
Yep.
life, the first morning that you have to do is fix your bed. Fix your bed is your number one goal when the when you wake up in the morning. At least you'll have
Yep.
one achievement. Even if if your entire days go south, when you get home and you see your bed clean, you still feel that you win that day. That's what the book said. I forgot that name, Tom. Tom, have you read that book?
No, I don't know it, but I lived it because when you go to boot camp for all my veterans, they notice too. Basically, the first thing they teach you is how to make up your bunk.
Make Your Bed.
You make your bed the first thing when you get out. You just turn and you make that thing,
Make
and
Your
it is.
Bed. Yeah.
It's establishing habits, guys.
Yeah.
And my wife and I, when we first got together, she was like, "You make your bed every morning." I said, "Yeah, I
Yeah.
do because that's
Yep.
just the way I was five. You know, I did it all those years in the military, and you just you develop habits, and it's a good habit because you go one thing done, and then you move on to the next thing.
That's right. At least you did something right that day. Even if
Yep.
the life goes south, when you get home and your bed is fixed and it's so clean, you feel so good about yourself. I forgot that book, Make Your Bed in the Morning. It was a general. I think he was a Navy, and he wrote
Well,
us.
then he
It's
couldn't be okay. Then he couldn't be a general. He'd have to be an admiral.
Admiral. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know the ranking. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
a Navy man. I'm a Navy man.
Yeah. So he's famous though. He wrote this book. It was a tiny little book. I just totally forgot what it is, but okay. But you know what I mean, Tom. All right.
Yep.
The next one is mindfulness as performance. So now let's talk about mindfulness. Not just a meditation, not just a spirituality, not just, your performance. It's about like ability to observe your thoughts and emotions without being controlled by them. So here's are some of the, according to the book, some of the simple technique that you could use before you do your trade every day. Number one, you have to have a mindful pause. You need to stop, take a deep breath, slow breath inside, and then you have to label your emotions. What are those? You have to be familiarized with your fear, with your excitement, with your frustration, with your impatience. You have to know all that, and you just have to admit that it's there. It's really there. But what are you going to do with them? You're just going to put a pin on it. We're going to pin on it. If we're getting emotion, if we're getting triggered, what do? Take a deep breath. If we're getting nervous and we forgot to wear our depends and that Tesla we're trading because Ray's taking it. Hey, by the way, Ray's has a surgery today. I hope you guys pray for
Yeah.
Ray's.
Yep.
Ray's, we pray for you. But yeah, we have to make sure we have to label our emotion. We have to be saying, yes, I know you're there. You're fine there. Your fear, just put a pin on it. You're fine there. But I'm not going to react with our fear. We have to recenter our attention. Okay, when we are being triggered and we are trading, just take a deep breath, guys. When you trade with me, I always tell you guys, one red is just a pullback. You guys gotta just think like that. Miss Mary said one red is just a pullback. If this is an uptrend, if it's a downtrend, one green is just a pullback. It's okay. You could talk to yourself. I mean, just that you're
I
talking
do
to
it. I
yourself.
do it.
Okay.
I do it. I do it all the time. Especially with that one red is okay, guys.
Yeah.
One red's okay.
One red is okay. Take a deep
Yeah.
breath. It's just calming yourself. So now
Yeah.
you're gonna recenter your attention, and then you are gonna act. You're gonna ask yourself, "Am I acting this from my plan, or is it from my emotion?" The goal is for your plan, okay, not for your emotion. You're trying to just, okay, I know my emotion is there, but I'm not going to react to it. Okay, just talk to yourself, guys. Talk to yourself. I do it. I do it to myself. Okay, it's just one red. It's fine. And sometimes I'm getting nervous. I just like, take a deep breath. It's okay. This is Tesla. This is normal. And then I talk to myself, why did I put myself into this? Why did I trade Tesla? And I'm like, it's okay. We could do this. You could do this. Calm down. So I know I talk to myself. So just do a 10-second pause. It will save you thousands of dollars, and you could thank me later, me and Tom. Another tool that you could do too is what? Journaling. Write down your emotion. Also, remember, I want you to also journal your trades. When you enter a position, when you make profit or you lose, you need you to write down your trades. Along with that, include your state of mind. You got to ask yourself, how did they feel about this trade? How do I feel during this trade? How do I feel after the trade? Did my emotion influence my decision on this? So those are the things that you got to ask yourself, okay? So those those are being accountable. Those are building your awareness because your awareness will build your control. Okay? So if you're aware of those emotion, you will be able to control them. You just acknowledge them. So, yes, I know my fear is there. Yes, I know I'm nervous. It's fine. It's who's not going to be nervous trading Tesla? I know Josh is not nervous trading Tesla. I'm nervous trading Tesla.
Mm.
Tom is nervous trading Tesla.
I don't trade it anymore.
Yeah, I think
It's
Tom
too
broke
much.
up with Tesla. It's okay.
It,
She's
it's
still
it
sexy.
was the thing at Tesla's. I had 300 shares at one time, right? And I end up selling them, and
Mhm.
then of course I'm trying to, I get into scalping. It's not good for my nervous system.
It is. It is not. So this is good for you, Tom. So you have to learn to practice. You have those practical routines for your trade. So now let's finish with the practical routines. Two deep breath. You're gonna do that, Tom. So
Yeah,
now you gotta review your
yeah,
risk result, your risk rules. What is my risk rules when I'm trading Tesla? If it's 5%, 10%, 20%,
yeah.
30%. And then you gotta visualize your plan, your things like that. And then you have to do your emotional checkup, Tom, at least every 15 minutes, maybe, or an hour. You gotta do that. You really need
I,
to do
I
that.
I just avoid trading Tesla. There's other
There
stocks
you
to
go.
trade.
There you
I don't
go.
I don't need
Problem
it. I don't
solved.
need to trade it. I
That's it.
don't need to
Problem
trade
solved,
it.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
And then what do you do? After you take that trade, you're gonna reflect on yourself. How did you do? I think I did great. Did great. What do you mean great? Define great.
Yeah.
I'm calm. I let it one candle is okay, one green candle is okay. I let it go. Yeah, I was freaking out. I was shaking, but I survived. But slowly you'll progress to be more calm. It will happen. It happens to me. You think I'm like so calm when I'm trading with you guys? I have to. I have to, guys. There's like what, 400, 500, 700 people
Yeah.
watching me with their own money listening to me. Imagine how Josh feels or Mike. Thousands of
Right.
people watching them. Mine is just pretty small. But watching today I have a private live session for 37 people. It's just 37, right?
Mm.
But luckily we did great. We hold hands and we got 47% or 43%. Actually, it's more than that. But I get out early because I need to speak. And we're just holding hands, 37 of us with that spy. One of them made 5,000. Good for them. And then we do MU. Forget about MU. She dropped like she's a hot tamale. So,
Whoa.
yeah, somebody traded that MU when we were doing live trading. So, did
Well,
good.
I don't want to go off of MU, but you and I were calling that it's due for a pullback.
It is. It's been due for a pullback. So there you go. Yes. Is it still going to break down? We could watch the chart again. So, but that
Yeah.
was a big drop. It was a little bit expensive for me, so I didn't take it. I have a limited budget. I don't have Airtwan's pockets. So, but it was good. But the point is, it's nerve-wracking, guys. It's really nerve-wracking. So imagine if you're responsible for 400, 700, 800 people with their money. It's nerve-wracking. So I'm sure Mike feels the same way, especially Josh. And then what do we do? We just learn to say, you know what? Pay attention to your trade and people will just follow,
Yeah.
you know? But remember, don't be pointing on the finger who's teaching you, okay? Because there's another finger that's pointing at you. You're pointing that person, hey, she made me lose money, but in reality, who pulled the trigger? You forgot your thumb is pointing at you, okay? I did not do anything to you. Josh did not do anything to you. Mike did not do anything to you. You're the one who put that trigger, not us. Okay, so we have to learn to be accountable. But that's not the point who's pointing fingers. The point is you just really have to be mindful, be aware of your emotion.
Yeah.
Okay, so I try to stick to 1 hour, Tom, and I always, because it's really late. So that is a short summary of Mindful Trading, guys, by Randy Howell. Listen to him. I really want you guys to listen to Mark Douglas and Randy Howell. They actually helped me a lot. They really help me a lot. And also, there's another book that you could do podcast or you could do YouTube too. Psychology of Money. Psychology of Money. I think his last name is Housel. I'm not very good at names. I try to remember as much as names. Morgan
I
Housel, I
know that
think. I
one.
forgot his name.
Yeah.
Psychology of Money. That was a good book too. So I know I have so many books that I want you guys to read. You know, when I started trading, nobody taught me this. Nobody taught me to read books about psychology until I learned it myself because I'm like, I need help. So I think it's really a privilege that at least somebody's, giving you guys ideas like this and take advantage of it. Please
Yeah,
take
you're
advantage of
right.
it.
It is Morgan Housel. Yep.
Morgan
I
Housel,
remember
yeah.
that. Yep.
And so, yeah, that's a good book too, Tom. It's at the end, it talks about trading psychology as well. First, it's
I'm
all
put
talk about economy and money, and then but at the end, it talks so much about trading, and it's really good. So maybe just skip all the rest and just do it the last part. You know. So just remember, guys, trading is not about predicting the market. It's all about managing yourself. The charts doesn't defeat traders. Your indicators doesn't defeat traders. We all have the same indicators, guys. The market doesn't defeat you guys. The market
yeah,
doesn't point out at you. The market doesn't pick on you. The
yeah,
traders defeat themselves. We defeat ourselves. We lose
yeah.
because of us.
In fact, Mark Roberts talks about that so many times in his teachings, right? Everybody's always looking for that next indicator that's going to get me the win, and it's not the indicators. It's basically your mindset, right? It's how you approach it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's our mindset. The traders defeat themselves. Your emotions sabotage your own trade. My emotions sabotage my own trade. I just lost 600 bucks on my Weibo account because I'm like overconfident. I'm trading. This is Miss Mary. Come on, I could do this. I'm like that. I could do this. Miss Mary could do this. Jeez, what happened there? Hello, Miss Mary. Marky humbles me. Marky humbles me. But I realize that. I'm like, you know what? Let's go back to humility and being humble. So it's just, when you're becoming overconfident, guys, the market will always humble you. The market
Mm,
is the mirror, guys.
right.
It mirrors your belief, your strategy. It humbles you. And if you're too overconfident, just take a trade and let's see. Market will humble you easily, you know. Just remember this, guys. Don't rise to the level of your strategy. You fall to the level of your emotional discipline. Okay. You need to master your mind. The market will stop being the battlefield. The market will always be the battlefield, as a matter of fact. I always call the marketplace as the arena. Okay. But this arena will become your what? Your playground for your potential. Just keep in mind, guys, that we need to control our emotion. It's okay if we lose today, but tomorrow it's going to be better.
Yeah.
We need to stay
There's always
disciplined.
yeah. It's not like in Rocky 3, guys, where Apollo tells Rocky there is no tomorrow.
Yeah,
Trading, there always is a tomorrow.
there is a tomorrow. That's right. And we will be better tomorrow than today. We need to stay
Yeah.
disciplined. We need to stay mindful. We need to trade with intentions. Thank you guys for spending your night with me and Tom. Just keep in mind, always be kind, be patient, and may all your trades be in the green every day. I love you guys. Tom, any last words?
No, the only last thing I posted this today, right? I got a call yesterday from the stepson of one of probably my second oldest friend in the world, and as soon as I saw it, I knew it wasn't good news. And he had passed away this past Sunday, and I knew him for 40 plus years. I mean, one of the closest friends I ever had, almost like a brother. But it makes you reflect on what's really important, right? Money isn't the important thing. What we can do with the money is very important, though, right? And that's to be a blessing to our family and our friends and others. And that's where the real investing comes in, guys. this is just money, right? It's not life and death. And if it is, then you need to rethink what you're doing and not make it life and death. So it kind of took me yesterday on a trip, just kind of just thinking about that kind of stuff and sharing with my wife. And she's always had that mindset. I don't always. So I just want to, remind you guys that this isn't the beginning and the end of your world, right? Your friend and your family and your friends are always going to be there, that investment for you.
Yeah. Your health is your
Yep.
investment. Your
Yep.
health is your wealth. And remember, wealth is not measured in gold, but in peace. Keep that in mind, okay? Money will come. We don't chase money, we chase liberty, freedom. That's what we want, you know? Don't get me wrong, everybody needs money. We all do need money.
Yeah.
And money does, Tom, everybody said money doesn't buy happiness. That's not true, Tom. Money buys happiness in a way that if you have money, you're able to help people. And what is that?
Yeah.
What is the outcome of that? Gives you happiness, gives you
Yep.
joy. If I
Yep.
have money, I don't have to worry about roof over my head. That gives me joy. That
Yep.
gives me happiness. If I have money, I'm able to speak my mind.
Yep.
I'm able to
Uh,
speak up because if I have no money, I will not be able to speak.
Yep. Another one is like if anybody follows Dave Ramsey, which I do, he's got his 7 baby steps, and number 7 is once you take care of the first 6, is you'll have money to go bless other people,
Yeah.
right? So, and that's really what our goal should be, and it doesn't have to be strangers. It can be just family and friends. You just want to bless them, and that's really one of the reasons I do what I do. So
One of the reasons why I do what I do too, I opened my real estate 2, 3 years ago now, is because I want to help my husband. I want to help my husband because I've seen him work his butt off to provide for us, and I'm here. I'm a homemaker, taking care of everything. But I want to help him. I'm gonna say, hey, hon, don't worry. I'll take care of the mortgage today, which is he never did. I'll take care of this. I have money now. It feels good because I'm able to buy my running shoes. I don't have to worry about, oh, should I calculate this for my husband's? Because, I'm very frugal. I'm very frugal. And me and my husband, we promised ourselves that we're not going to give gifts, but he always give me gifts. But I have no money. Like if I spend the money, his money, and then it's going to be out of our savings. So once I start making money from the affiliates from the Discord to those people who support me, I appreciate you guys. I thank you. uh, Not only I bless my family, I bless my family in the Philippines as well. And it feels good to be able to help them. It feels good.
yeah,
It feels really good to have money, like to be able to say, hon, don't worry, hon, I got you this time. I got you. It feels good because my entire life, all I do is just have my husband's, I'm just next to him, always just protecting his money and making the money invest for something and make it grow. But I know we're all chasing for that liberty and freedom, guys. But just keep in mind that don't forget to help others as well.
yep,
Please help others. If, Mike, Money Mike, I was talking to him. It was such a good story. It actually warms my heart. I'm going to share it to you guys. He said, Mary, for the first time in my life, I'm able to help others pay for their groceries. This old lady, he said, I went to a supermarket and this old lady, I was able to pay for her groceries. And I'm like, wow, Mike, that is so powerful. It just touched my heart. It's incredible, you know. But those are the things that I do too. I like it. I love it when you have extra. I have more than enough, and just to give just to give people, it just feels so good. It just
yeah,
feels so good. And not only money, it's your time too. I believe more is the time is more important than your money, giving it to other people. When you give your time to others, it's more valuable than giving money. Just keep that in mind, guys. If you have a couple of hours or 1 hour, just don't forget to help other people. If you could be able to put a smile on that face, please do it. You know, it may means nothing to you, but to them, it means the world for them.
right.
Yep. All right, guys, past the 1 hour. I always promise myself I don't want to overexceed my late night show. I know it's late. Good night, Tom. Good night, everybody. I'll see you
We
guys
got we
tomorrow.
got morning huddle. Don't forget tomorrow, guys. We'll see you in the morning.
And tomorrow we got morning huddle, we got power hour, we got some beginners class
Yeah.
on Friday, we got scalping class on the 12th, and we have another class. Oh, Tom, I have a scalping class on the 12th. We're gonna have to do yours. We're gonna have another skip and leap strategies coming options.
You want on the 13th then? We gonna schedule
Might
it?
have to do the 13th. Yep, we may need to do the 13th, Tom. If
Okay.
not, we may need to do that Tuesdays of the 10th or the 11th. We'll talk about it. But we
Okay.
have leaps and skip strategy.
Yep.
All right, guys. Great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Morning huddle.
Good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
Tom. Thank you,
You bet.
everybody.